back to David Gergen to discuss this because a lot of people are outraged. They've been studying this pipeline for a long time, and a lot of President Obama's critics are saying, you know, he punted. He couldn't make a decision, so he decided to hold off because of the politics for at least a year until after next year's election, basically saying we'll deal with it another time. Environmentalists don't like it. A lot of the unions obviously do. A lot of jobs are at stake. What do you think, David?
I think, unfortunately, well, the president did punt, this project has been under study by the State Department for 3 years. They've had, on a couple of occasions, multi-volume reports saying it's environmentally insignificant. There's not a real danger to the environment. And here at the last minute, they pulled back from a decision that everybody expected them to make by now. And they're the only, and this is similar to what they've done in other areas of the environment and energy. They postponed a number of decisions until after the election because they don't want to have to inevitably be making a decision. It was going to alienate some block of voters, so they're making a political decision. But there's one other aspect of it that I think is really important. I've been up to Canada a couple of times in recent weeks, spoken to the business leaders there, and to a person they say, you folks in the United States don't really understand this very well. We've had this project, we've been expecting an answer for a long time. We've always seen you as Americans as our chief partner for oil and gas. This was a big project together. And if you guys are not going to, if you're going to screw around with this for a long time, you know, we've got another partner out there that really wants to work with us, and that's China. And their sentiment is changing in Canada. Maybe we just ought to work with the Chinese.
Yeah, there's a real sense of frustration in Canada right now. And Republicans and some of the President Obama's critics are saying, you know, he's doing now, you tell me if this is fair criticism or not, David, he's doing now what he did when he used to be a state legislator back in Illinois. When he couldn't make up his mind on a controversial vote, he just voted present. Is that what he's doing now?
Well, in effect, but I think he's really just trying to, I think he's into campaign mode, and he just wants to put this off. I think eventually he probably will support it, but we can't be certain. But let's go back to the 20,000 jobs point. You know, when the president was pushing shovel-ready projects and the administration passed the stimulus program, a lot of the jobs that were created were these kind of construction jobs that were going to be one-shot jobs. That's the nature of construction. They weren't permanent jobs, but the administration proudly claimed that it was creating X millions of jobs and saving X millions of jobs. I don't understand why in the Canadian case, they're now suddenly underscoring, well, they're really only short-term jobs. They're not. They really don't amount to all that much.
Yeah, no, and obviously what's also important beyond the jobs, energy independence, it's much more important to get the energy from Canada than from some other countries, as all of us know by now. David, thanks very much.
Thank you.